Hey guys, it's me, LEGO Logic, back with another LEGO mock review. This time, it's my Republic base on Bavva. Let's check this out. So this build is about a gray base plate wide and just over that long. It's all started with a little design I thought of, this pillar here and the landing platform, and then it was really just an opportunity for me to work on my Rockwork. So I first designed the first half, which goes from about here to here. And then I felt like I need to add on a bit more, so that's exactly what I did. Why don't we just jump right into this, and I'll go over the exterior for a bit, and then we'll jump right into the interior. Let's do this. As I said before, this mock was just a great opportunity to work on my rock work. And that's something like throughout building this, I really saw improving. So this would be probably some of the best work I did when I still had like all my parts. And then you can see me like slowly running out as we go across the build with the underhang here. And then this was the first rocks that I did, and you can definitely see some improvement overall. And then this center column is what the entire idea behind this build originated from. I have the round pillar design that you can see in a number of my builds that I've done. And also what I'll be posting pretty soon, the Freako bike mock that I made. It also uses a similar design to this on the engine pieces. And then just some snot rockwork along the bottom. Also the landing platform snot and the walkway. Also custom speeder bike. I went for an ultra utilitarian look for the build. So it's just straight gray coming out of the rock. And I really like how it works. It looks like something that could be reflected in real life. Here under that archway, which is easily removable, there's a little comm station and control panel for the sliding doorway here. I kept all the doorways within this build opening because I feel like that's always a good touch to add. Pretty happy with how I got the thin stud wide lines in there. And I just laid some tiles flat. Pretty simple. Alright, let's get onto the roof and then the interior. Here on the roof, this was the final thing I built, and I was running so low on parts at this point. I was out of tiles, so I was using these big plates. And I ran out of tiles, so I was using the sand pieces. Then I ran out of the sand pieces, so I was using the dark tan, and I ran out of that too. So I went the brown, and I didn't run over that because I wanted to do, I'm like, you know what, I'll just go with it. So I've got the nice olive green, which might be one of my favorite colors. I'm really glad I started using that. I'm going to have to bulk up on those parts. And there's some small trees coming up off the top. That's the boring bits. Let's go on to the interior. So with the top removed, you can see the first floor of the building. Or I guess it's kind of 2 floors, however you want to think about it. Here we have an activities room. So there's weights set up, along with this, which was also on my Ithor base. A punching bag for physical activity. And then here you can see these little gaps in the floor, and I'll show you what those are about right now. When I was building, I had this extra awkward amount of space between the floor below and this floor. So with that, I decided, oh, why don't I do like a little tramway? So that's what this gap is about. So here those fold up. I just got to pop this off, which was a lot easier when there wasn't the second half, which I added as an afterthought. So that. And then, see the little rail just slides into the place there. And from there they can lift out the supply crates. Also on this top floor we have some of these consoles which I've continued to use, also from Ithor. I just really enjoyed the design I came up with then. And then crates all about. Maybe it's a base still in construction. I don't know. We've got a little mini briefing happening here. Some officers and gunners and pilots working on whatever they are, again here. And then here's just another view of the back. I've got some, this was a very boring wall at first, so I put some tubes throughout there, and then the leading general, or not the general, but leading officer of this base, along with the commander and a specialist. The ladder here, I forgot to mention, goes all the way up through the build, so you can see where the guy is going up, and then spin this around. Yeah, so that's all that there really is to show on this level, so I'll go ahead and take off the floor. Here you can see how I did the floors for the next 2 layers. I'll just flip them so you can see them. And there's one of the floors. And that's the one for the hallway.